All right, Daniel, man, I'm getting your programming ready to send out to you, but I'm looking at your videos here. Let me go through your videos a little bit. Just a couple things that I'm seeing when I think you seem to be most worried about your deadlift. Everything else is on a roll. I just want to give you my opinion that I think that you thrive from a full commercial gym setting on some lifts. I've seen you lift in a commercial gym, and then I've seen you lift at home. And I think you are definitely one of those guys that can do amazing things in any setting. But I do think that you were on a deadlift roll at the commercial gym. I think your squat has taken off since you've been training at home with everything being shut down. But I think your deadlift thrived. And maybe your bench press too. And here's a theory that I have. I think you're using the same bar for deadlifts as you are for bench press. And that bar, I believe from watching your videos, I believe that I've used bars similar to that before. And it just doesn't dig into your hands because, you missed a rep. Not because you weren't, I mean, you were definitely strong enough on the second. You were strong enough to get 3 or 4 with it, I think. But the bar just looked like it just began slipping. And when a bar begins slipping, you can't pull with any kind of speed or attitude or force. Because as it's slipping out of your hands, the more force that you apply to the bar, the faster it comes out of your hand. So you end up pulling slower, and it makes the lift harder. So I honestly think that's what we're looking at on that. I think it's just the bar. So do everything that you can. Wear straps and hook grip when you have to. You know what? If you need it, I'll buy you some of that new Cerberus chalk, liquid chalk. I got a bottle. I've got it right up there in the cabinet. I've got a bottle because I'm training here at home and I don't want to get chalk everywhere. Not that my wife would care. She really wouldn't. She understands and that I would clean it up. But I think the liquid chalk doesn't go all over my bar, so it doesn't destroy my bar. And it helps dry my hands out. And my hands, they're not sticky. I don't want to say that, but they're not dry and they're not sticky, but they are dry and they are sticky. But it's really good stuff. I wouldn't suggest it if it was, and I would not use it on my bars unless I thought it was safe for my bars as well. Because there's a lot of liquid chalk that I don't allow the guys in my gym to use on my bars anymore. Because I think it was really, really rough on them, and I like this stuff. Also, Big Ben used to make some chalk. I've got some powdered chalk that's just a little bit sticky somehow. But this liquid chalk from Cerberus Strength, really good quality stuff. If you can't buy it, then I'll either find a way to buy you some and send it to you, or I'll take it off your next sign up, whatever. But I think that could make a difference on your deadlift as well as your bench. I don't think you're able with the bench to really grab it and split and spread like you want to. But I really think you're doing a great job, man, honestly. And looking at your box squats, the only thing that concerns me is it looks like you're falling down a little hard. Yeah, that's basically. I mean, there are a couple of other little things, but I think it looks like you're falling down a little harder than I would like to see you fall down, and I think that may be affecting the way that you come up, and that may allow the box squat to transfer over really well to your deadlift and to some strongman events, but it might not transfer over to your squat because you wouldn't hit that position on a regular squat. So it's just a thought. I mean, you did a set of 8. I mean, it wasn't like a max 3 where, you take your time and you grind it out. It was a set of 8. You were just knocking them out really fast. But I think you're doing a lot better than what you think you are. I think the bar is playing much more of a role in what's bothering you than you think it is. Don't let it get to you. Okay, if it takes chalk, we'll get chalk. If it takes straps, we'll get straps or whatever that takes. And then I hear Cerberus Strength is coming out with some new bars. I heard that. And then I think Strength Shop is somewhere near you. I think they have a store somewhere near you, and they've got some pretty good bars as well. If you're looking for a new bar, if you're not, you don't need one. We just have an understanding that at a certain weight you're going to need straps or some different chalk on your bar. And then whenever you get to a different gym with a different bar, you're probably going to be a huge success. This is what I was saying. Man, this is totally forgot. Well, I'm watching your I've got on the screen here. I've got your deadlift up on the screen. I think that it could be the grip, could be the bar. I think that you're too far forward. I think that your shoulders are a little far out in front of the bar. I would like to get your shins a little more vertical, knee to ankle. Maybe not all the way. We're not going to go all the way, but I think if we can get them, when you get set up, if you can get your shins more vertical at the start, that will allow you to get your shoulders behind the bar at the start. And then from there, you can sort of wedge your knees forward a little bit as you stand up. What I will try to do this next week when I deadlift, actually, I haven't edited last week's deadlifts yet. It's what I was doing here on my computer when I was going through your weekly review. When I edit the deadlifts that I did from this past Monday, I will try to send you a copy of what I'm trying to do, so you can see me in my setup. So I've been deadlifting raw because of my hamstring, trying to set up with vertical shins or close to vertical shins, and then get my shoulders back behind that as best as I can. And then just before I start to come up with it and press on the floor, I kind of push my knees a little forward. And as I push my knees forward, it allows my shoulders to go back even farther, and I can use a little bit more of my legs, avoiding my hamstring that hurts, to stand up with it. So I will get you that video hopefully tonight, if not tomorrow, of my deadlifts from this past week. But always excited to see what you do. We're going to change your program up just a little bit. And I just wanted to get this to you. Anyway, man, I'm going to get your program to you. You'll probably have your program before this video is uploaded, and I will talk to you soon.